Introduction: Behind the Sushi Bar, a story of passion, perseverance, and betrayal. Welcome to my story, a journey that takes you behind the sushi bar and into the heart of a culinary world where passion and precision reign supreme. As the former head sushi chef at GKBMM restaurant, I've experienced the rush of adrenaline that comes with crafting exquisite dishes, the satisfaction of pleasing discerning palates, and the camaraderie of working alongside talented chefs. But beneath the gleaming surface of this prestigious restaurant lies a complex web of intrigue, power struggles, and betrayal. My story is one of dedication, perseverance, and ultimately heartbreak. It's a tale of how a dream job turned into a nightmare, and how I fought to reclaim my dignity and my passion for cooking. Through these pages, I invite you to join me on a journey that exposes the harsh realities of the culinary world, where creativity and craftsmanship are often overshadowed by greed, politics, and ego. It's a story of resilience, of finding the strength to stand up for what's right, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. So come behind the sushi bar with me and discover the secrets, the struggles, and the triumphs of a chef who refused to let his passion die. Chapter 1: The Hostile Encounter. March 23, 2024, a night forever etched in my memory. The familiar ambience of the sushi bar was shattered as our district manager stormed in. His unsteady steps and slurred speech revealed his intoxication. What should have been a professional discussion quickly spiraled into a barrage of expletives and hostility. For over 30 minutes, I withstood his relentless tirade, every word like a hammer blow to my spirit. As the clock ticked past 10:35 p.m., I could endure no more and decided to clock out, desperately needing to escape the toxic atmosphere. Yet, his wrath was inescapable. He demanded I step down from my position as head sushi chef, a command I resolutely refused. His next demand was equally unreasonable. He insisted that the sushi chefs timestamp the rice prepared in the mornings. I promised to ensure this was done, despite his ominous warning that any mistakes, whether I was on duty or not, would result in disciplinary action against me. The next day, determined to document the ordeal and clarify my commitment, I sent him a text message. Text message to the district manager. Good afternoon, sir. I wanted to follow up on our meeting at the sushi bar last night. You appeared intoxicated and were using inappropriate language, repeating yourself for over 30 minutes, which led me to clock out at 10:35 p.m. on March 23, 2024. During the meeting, you asked me in a hostile voice to step down from my position, and my answer is no. You also demanded that the 4 sushi chefs timestamp the rice they prepare in the morning. I have trained them to have the timestamps ready the night before, so they can apply them in the morning. You stated that any mistakes by the sushi chefs, whether I am present or not, would lead to disciplinary actions against me. Additionally, you mentioned making my job more difficult. I want to make it clear that I take my job seriously and will not give up my position. I care deeply about the menu and the products I craft, especially the all-you-can-eat sushi. Even though we do not receive gratuity like we do for all-you-can-eat KBBQ, we strive to deliver the best. The sushi department is currently running with only 5 people, including myself, but I am committed to managing it effectively, just as we did when we had a team of 8. I hope we can resolve these issues professionally. Thank you. The harassment I endured from our district manager wasn't confined to that night. It seeped into every aspect of my job at GKBMM restaurant. His tirades were a constant, his cursing and yelling echoing through the kitchen, witnessed by colleagues and subordinates alike. This public humiliation created a toxic atmosphere filled with tension and fear. His behavior escalated to alarming levels. During his first month as a general manager in training, a fed-up customer punched him in the face due to his antics. Later, one night during the F1 event, in a drunken fit of rage, he forcibly grabbed one of the bartenders, his anger boiling over to the point where he nearly punched them. His dangerous and unprofessional conduct knew no bounds. Despite my best efforts to address these issues internally, the harassment continued unabated. I had no choice but to seek external legal assistance. This chapter of my life is a testament to resilience in the face of relentless adversity, a fight for dignity amid injustice. Adding to the frustration, the sushi chefs at GKBMM never received a percentage of the tips, unlike on the all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue menu, where guests dining on the Korean barbecue side had their tips shared with the sushi chef's tip pool. Every tip and gratuity from the sushi menu were directed to the bartenders. Despite our hard work and dedication, This disparity in tip distribution created a deep sense of unfairness and demotivation among the sushi team. It felt as though our efforts were undervalued, further compounding the stress and tension in the workplace. Another concerning matter regarding the district manager's unprofessional and disturbing behavior was his drinking problem. There have been numerous instances captured on camera where he was seen drinking with employees at the bar of GKBMM after hours. This behavior not only compromised the professionalism of the establishment, but also put the safety and well-being of the staff at risk. As the days went by, the tension between the district manager and me continued to escalate. His behavior became increasingly erratic, and his demands more unreasonable. I felt like I was walking on eggshells, never knowing what would trigger his next outburst. Despite my best efforts to address these issues internally, the harassment continued unabated. I had no choice but to seek external legal assistance. This chapter of my life is a testament to resilience in the face of adversity, a fight for dignity amid injustice. The memories of that hostile encounter still linger, a painful reminder of the challenges I faced at GKBMM. But even in the midst of turmoil, I found strength in my passion for sushi making and my commitment to excellence. The journey ahead would be fraught with obstacles, but I was determined to rise above them, to prove that justice and fairness could prevail even in the darkest of times. Chapter 2: Building a Legacy, the Birth of the Sushi Department, and the Happy Salmon. As I reflect on my journey at GKBMM, I am reminded of the spark that ignited my passion for creating something truly special. The day I joined the restaurant, I was filled with a mix of excitement and determination, eager to leave my mark on the culinary world. With 32 locations boasting thriving menus, our restaurant stood out as an anomaly, lacking a crucial element: sushi. This gap became my opportunity to create something from scratch, to build a sushi department that would rival the best in the business. With unwavering determination, I poured my heart and soul into crafting a menu that would exceed expectations. Countless hours were spent researching, experimenting, and perfecting unique sauces that would complement each dish. My vision was clear: to create a sushi experience that would leave customers craving more. This was not just about food, it was about building a culture of excellence. I meticulously trained each sushi chef, ensuring they understood the importance of every delicate slice and every carefully crafted roll. Together, we worked tirelessly to create a seamless dining experience that would leave a lasting impression. The journey was not without its challenges. Long hours, often exceeding 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, took a toll on my physical and mental health. There were times when I went 2 weeks without a day off, my body and mind crying out for rest. Yet my passion for sushi and my dedication to my craft kept me going. Despite the lack of direct financial incentives, my team and I remained committed to delivering exceptional quality and an unforgettable dining experience. Every sushi roll, every perfectly seasoned bite was a testament to our hard work and dedication. One roll that stands out in my mind is the Happy Salmon. This dish holds a special place in my heart, not just because of its unique flavor profile, but because of the joy it brought to my life and the validation it gave to my culinary skills. The Happy Salmon was more than just a roll, it was a game changer. It was the dish that won over my wife, who had always been hesitant to try raw or rare fish. Seeing her take a bite and savor the flavors was a moment of triumph for me. It was as if I had broken through a barrier, and she had finally understood my passion for sushi. This experience not only boosted my confidence, but also reaffirmed my belief in my culinary skills. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of introducing numerous people who were initially hesitant about eating fish to the delightful world of sushi. Their transformation from skeptics to sushi lovers has been incredibly rewarding. As I share the story behind the Happy Salmon, I invite you to join me on a journey of discovery and passion. If I could make a non-fish eater fall in love with sushi, who knows, you might be next. Remember, every sushi roll has a story, and this is mine. The Happy Salmon is more than just a dish. It's a testament to the power of food to bring people together and create lasting memories. Watch me create the Happy Salmon roll here. Watch video https://youtube.be/lwiq0blshks. As you watch, Imagine the joy and satisfaction that comes with creating something delicious and sharing it with others. That's the essence of my journey as a head sushi chef, and I'm honored to share it with you. The Happy Salmon roll became a symbol of my legacy at GKBMM, a reminder of the passion and dedication that I brought to my craft every day. It was a dish that not only delighted customers, but also inspired my team to push the boundaries of culinary excellence. As I look back on my journey, I am proud of the legacy that I built at GKBMM. The sushi department became a cornerstone of the restaurant's success, and the Happy Salmon roll remains a testament to the power of food to bring people together and create lasting memories. Chapter 3: The Shattering of Dreams, Suspension and Termination. May 4th, 2024 began like any other day at GKBMM, but the events that unfolded would shatter my world. The memories of that day are etched in my mind like a scar. I had given my heart and soul to this job, and yet without warning, I was suspended. The shock was palpable, a punch to the gut that left me breathless. As I stumbled through the day, my mind raced with questions, but the silence from management was deafening. No explanations, no discussions, just an abrupt halt to my career. The injustice of it all threatened to consume me. I had always been diligent, dedicated, and disciplined. What had I done to deserve such treatment? The days that followed were a blur of emotions: anger, sadness, frustration, and despair. On May 8th, I discovered through the payroll app that I had been terminated. The official notification arrived on May 31st, citing a fabricated incident on May 15th as the reason for my dismissal. It was clear that this was merely a pretext for my termination. The pain of betrayal cut deep. I had given everything to GKBMM, and this was how they repaid me. The memories of my time there, once filled with pride and purpose, now felt tainted by the injustice of my termination. As I navigated the aftermath, I was met with silence and indifference from the company. No investigation, no questioning, just a cold and calculating dismissal. The assistant general manager's request for a meeting felt like a hollow gesture, an attempt to placate me rather than address the wrongdoing. The district manager's hostility and the company's failure to follow their own policies left me reeling. The accusation of theft, a claim that was both baseless and unjustified, felt like a personal attack. As the head sushi chef, my responsibilities were clear: to create exceptional dishes and ensure quality and consistency. The district manager's vendetta against me was a stark reminder that justice and fairness were not always upheld. The consequences of my termination were devastating. My professional reputation was tarnished, and I faced significant financial hardship. Unable to secure a full-time job, I was denied unemployment benefits. The ripple effects were catastrophic. I lost my car, was evicted from my home, and found myself homeless with my wife, who was 7 months pregnant. The stress and uncertainty of our situation took a toll on both our physical and mental health. As I navigated through these challenges, I am reminded of the resilience and strength that brought me this far. This chapter of my life is marked by an unjust battle, but also by an unwavering commitment to justice and integrity. Despite the hardships, I hold on to the hope that truth and fairness will ultimately prevail. In the darkest moments, I am reminded of the wise words of a mentor: the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. These words echo in my mind like a mantra, urging me to rise above the ashes of my shattered dreams. The days blend together in a blur of uncertainty as my wife and I struggle to make ends meet. The stress of homelessness and unemployment takes a toll on our physical and mental health. Sleepless nights and endless worries become our constant companions. Yet, even in the midst of this chaos, I find solace in my wife's unwavering support and love. Together, we cling to hope, our lifeline in the stormy sea of uncertainty. We remind each other that this too shall pass, that better days lie ahead. Our unborn child becomes a symbol of resilience, reminder that life goes on, and that we must keep moving forward. As I reflect on my journey, I realize that the shattering of my dreams has revealed a deeper strength within me. a strength that refuses to be broken, that rises above the ashes of defeat. I am not the same person who walked into GKBMM with stars in his eyes. I am stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Chapter 4, Retaliation and Financial Hardship, A Descent into Darkness. As I sit here, pen in hand, I am reminded of the darkest days of my life. The days when the district manager's retaliation seemed to suffocate me, leaving me gasping for air. His vindictive actions were designed to break my spirit and force me into submission. But I refused to yield. By halting my tip subsidy and ensuring my sick days were unpaid, he struck at the very heart of my financial stability. The impact was immediate and devastating, plunging me into a desperate struggle to make ends meet. I felt like I was drowning in a sea of debt with no lifeline in sight. Witnesses, including my own subordinates, corroborated the district manager's toxic behavior, recounting how he spoke negatively about me and pressured them to join his crusade against me. The hostile work environment he created was a living nightmare, inflicting significant stress and anxiety upon me. A descent into darkness. The events leading up to and following my termination have had a profound impact on my life, threatening to consume me whole. The constant anxiety and pressure have affected my health, and I have been experiencing stroke symptoms. The weight of my struggles has been crushing, leaving me feeling lost and alone. I am still homeless to this day, struggling to provide for my family. My wife, 7 months pregnant, and her little sister, 12 years old, whom we are the legal guardians of, rely on me for support. The thought of bringing a new life into this world amidst such uncertainty and hardship is a daunting prospect. I have lost count of the number of nights I have spent in the ER, struggling to breathe, my body weakened by the constant stress. My wife's pregnancy has added an additional layer of urgency to our situation, and I fear for our future. With the support of my therapist, I have slowly begun to rebuild my shattered self-esteem and find the courage to address these issues and seek justice. However, the journey ahead remains fraught with uncertainty, and I fear for my future. There were days when we had nowhere to go, when the only solace came from holding each other tightly, reassuring one another that somehow we would get through this. We spent countless nights in emergency rooms, battling not just my stroke symptoms, but also the psychological toll of our situation. Every glance at my wife's swollen belly is a reminder of the life growing inside her and the urgency of finding stability. My stroke symptoms landed me in the ER, my body crying out under the relentless pressure. Seeing the concern etched on my wife's face as I lay there, struggling to find the strength to continue, broke my heart into a million pieces. As you read my story, I hope you understand that my journey is not unique. Many have faced similar struggles, and many more will follow. My tale is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a spirit that can overcome even the darkest of challenges. However, my story also highlights the urgent need for change. The injustices I face, the retaliation, and the financial hardship are all symptoms of a broader problem, a problem that requires collective action and awareness. As you finish reading my story, I urge you to reflect on the following. 1. What can you do to support those who have faced similar challenges? 2. How can you help create a more just and equitable society? 3. What changes can you make in your own life to promote fairness and compassion? Together, we can create a world where stories like mine are a rarity, not a common occurrence. A world where justice and fairness reign supreme, and where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. As I close this chapter of my story, I want to leave you with a message of hope and resilience. Despite the darkness I faced, I emerged stronger and more determined than ever. My story is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for overcoming adversity and fighting for justice. I hope that my story will inspire you to stand up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. Remember, justice is not just a destination. It is a journey that requires courage, perseverance, and collective action. Let us embark on this journey together, with hope and resilience, guiding us towards a brighter future. Chapter 5, Workplace harassment, a toxic environment. Throughout my tenure at GKBMM, I endured severe harassment that left me feeling belittled, humiliated, and powerless. The district manager's behavior was a relentless barrage of verbal abuse, public humiliation, and intimidation. He frequently cursed and yelled at me in front of other employees, including the assistant general manager, creating a toxic atmosphere that was both degrading and unprofessional. His derogatory comments often targeted me personally, promising my position to my subordinates and undermining my authority. The district manager's actions were not only hurtful, but also created tension among the staff, making it difficult for me to lead and manage my team effectively. The harassment was not limited to verbal abuse. The district manager's behavior also compromised workplace safety and well-being. On one occasion, he was intoxicated while engaging in this abusive behavior, further exacerbating the situation. His actions were not only unprofessional but also dangerous, putting everyone in the workplace at risk. Despite my efforts to address these issues internally, the harassment continued unabated, leaving me with no choice but to seek external legal assistance. The district manager's behavior was not only unacceptable but also illegal, and I was determined to hold him accountable. A manager who witnessed the district manager's behavior told me that he would often vent about me during manager meetings, discussing ways to terminate me due to labor, ordering, and SOP issues. This behavior was not only unprofessional, but also revealed a deeper issue, a lack of collaboration and respect between the district manager and myself. Instead of working together to resolve issues, the district manager adopted a my way or the highway approach, which created tension and conflict. His behavior was not only damaging to me but also to the team and the restaurant as a whole. Deeper insights: the district manager's behavior felt like a relentless assault on my dignity and self-worth. Each day, walking into work was akin to stepping onto a battlefield, never knowing when the next attack would come. The fear and anxiety were debilitating, gnawing at my resolve and my ability to perform my duties. The public nature of the harassment added an extra layer of humiliation. Being berated in front of my colleagues stripped away my authority and credibility, making it nearly impossible to manage my team effectively. The tension among the staff was palpable, as they too were caught in the crossfire of the district manager's vitriol. On particularly bad days, I would catch glimpses of sympathetic looks from my subordinates, their eyes silently conveying a shared understanding of the toxic environment we were all forced to navigate. Their support, however subtle, became a lifeline for me, a reminder that I was not entirely alone in this struggle. The district manager's erratic behavior, especially when intoxicated, created an atmosphere of unpredictability and fear. The incident where he drunkenly grabbed a bartender in a fit of rage was a stark illustration of his lack of control and respect for those around him. This not only endangered the safety of the staff, but also further eroded any semblance of professionalism within the workplace. Despite the overwhelming challenges, I clung to my dedication to my craft and my team. My desire to create exceptional sushi and to uphold the standards I had set for the department kept me going, even when everything else seemed to be falling apart. The decision to seek external legal assistance was not made lightly. It was a step born out of desperation, a final attempt to reclaim my dignity and to hold the district manager accountable for his actions. The legal battle that ensued was daunting, filled with uncertainty and fear of retaliation, but it was a necessary fight for justice. The memories of those harrowing days at GKBMM serve as a powerful reminder of the resilience and strength of the human spirit. Despite the relentless harassment and the toxic environment, I found the courage to stand up for myself and to seek justice. This chapter of my life is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of fighting for one's dignity and rights, of hope and determination. I'm determined to rebuild my life, to find justice, and to create a better future for myself and my family. I'm determined to rise above the adversity that I've faced, to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. A call for support. Our baby is the only thing bringing us together and giving us strength and hope. Until today, I haven't had a chance to see my unborn child. My wife won't see an OBGYN because of the stress. If you feel moved by our story and wish to help, you can support us through Cash App, your Cash App handle. Together, let's create a better life. Let's rise above the ashes of adversity and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more determined than ever. Let's fight for justice, for equality, and for the dignity of every human being. Moving forward, as I look to the future, I'm filled with a sense of hope and determination. I'm determined to rebuild my life, to find justice, and to create a better future for myself and my family. I'm determined to rise above the adversity that I've faced, to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. I know that I'm not alone in this journey. There are countless others who have faced similar struggles, who have been marginalized, oppressed, and silenced. But I believe that together, we can create a better world. A world where justice reigns, where equality is a reality, and where every human being is treated with dignity and respect. So, I urge you, dear reader, to join me on this journey. Let us rise above the ashes of adversity. Let us emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. Let us fight for justice, for equality, and for the dignity of every human being. Together, we can create a better world. A world where everyone has access to opportunities, resources, and support. A world where everyone can thrive, regardless of their background, identity, or circumstances. So, let us march forward, hand in hand, with hope and determination in our hearts. Let us create a better world, a world that is just equitable and compassionate, a world that is worthy of our highest aspirations. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope that my story has inspired you to take action, to seek justice, and to create a better world for all. Chapter 6. The Baseless Accusation and Termination, a Shattering Blow. The day of my termination still haunts me like a ghostly apparition, forever etched in my memory as a traumatic event that shattered my world. The district manager's words cut deep, a baseless accusation that ravaged my professional reputation and left me reeling in shock. Theft, a word that still burns my soul like a branding iron, a false claim that destroyed my livelihood and plunged my family into darkness. According to company policy, there should be no 86 out-of-stock items. If there were, the head of the department would receive a warning or write-up. But I was not given the opportunity to address any issues or rectify the situation. Instead, I was summarily terminated, my reputation tarnished by a false accusation that felt like a dagger to the heart. The impact was immediate and devastating. Without a steady income, I struggled to provide for my family. My wife, 7 months pregnant, and I were evicted from our home, forced to navigate the harsh realities of homelessness. The stress and urgency of our situation were overwhelming, a constant reminder of the injustice that had been perpetrated against me. Every day felt like a desperate struggle to survive, a never-ending nightmare that threatened to consume us whole. A key witness, a former colleague, corroborated my account of events, providing a statement that shed further light on the circumstances surrounding my termination. To whom it may concern, I still remember the day like it was yesterday. May 4th, 2024, a warm afternoon that turned into a nightmare. My coworker and I decided to take a break from our hectic day and visit GKBMM restaurant in Las Vegas. We were looking forward to enjoying some delicious sushi and appetizers prepared by the talented head sushi chef. As we sat at the sushi bar, we were greeted with warm smiles and excellent service from the chef and the bartenders on staff. The atmosphere was lively, and for a moment we felt a sense of camaraderie and relaxation. But little did we know, this innocent gesture would lead to grave injustice. The head sushi chef was terminated because of this incident, a wrongful accusation that destroyed his reputation and livelihood. I still remember the shock and outrage I felt when I heard the news. It was like a punch to the gut, a betrayal of trust and fairness. As a former employee and manager at GKBMM, I can attest that the bartenders are responsible for ringing in the correct head counts and items. It was not the head sushi chef's responsibility. The district manager's actions were not only unprofessional, but also malicious, designed to destroy the chef's reputation and livelihood. The work environment at GKBMM was extremely toxic, especially after the company went public/corporate. The general manager/district manager was unprofessional, arrogant, and demeaning. I witnessed numerous manager meetings where he would vent about finding ways to terminate the head sushi chef due to labor ordering and SOP issues. Instead of collaborating with the head sushi chef, the district manager adopted a my way or the highway approach. Additionally, the district manager has a drinking problem, and there have been numerous instances of him drinking with employees at the bar after hours. This behavior compromised the professionalism of the establishment and put the safety and well-being of the staff at risk. These are just a few examples of the toxic environment and unprofessional behavior I witnessed during my time at GKBMM Restaurant. If further information is needed, please do not hesitate to reach out. As I conclude this statement, I am reminded of the devastating impact that toxic leadership and unprofessional behavior can have on individuals and families. I have suffered greatly due to the injustices perpetrated against them. I hope that by sharing my story, justice can be served and healing can begin. As I reflect on my journey, I am reminded of the wise words of Nelson Mandela: the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. My story is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for resilience and perseverance, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. I hope that by sharing my story, I can inspire others to stand up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. I hope that my journey can serve as a reminder that justice is not just a destination, but a journey that requires courage, perseverance, and collective action. As I look to the future, I am filled with a sense of hope and determination. I am determined to rebuild my life, to find justice, and to create a better future for myself and my family. I am determined to rise above the adversity that I have faced, to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. I hope that my story can serve as a reminder that we all have the power to create change, to stand up for what is right, and to fight for justice. We all have the power to rise above adversity, to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. Chapter 7. Final chapter. Conclusion: the personal toll. As I sit here, reflecting on the events that have transpired, I'm met with a mix of emotions: pain, anger, and sadness. The termination that was supposed to be a mere setback has become a defining moment in my life, a scar that still throbs with pain and anguish. The stress of it all has been suffocating, threatening to consume me whole, leaving me gasping for air. I've experienced stroke symptoms, a constant reminder of the toll this ordeal has taken on my physical and mental health. The weight of my emotions has been crushing, leaving me feeling lost and alone, like a ship without anchor in a stormy sea. The darkness that has surrounded me has been overwhelming, making it difficult to find the strength to carry on. But despite the adversity, I've found the courage to seek justice, determined to address the discrimination, retaliation, and harassment that I faced. It's been a daunting task, like climbing a mountain without ropes, but I'm driven by a fierce determination to clear my name and restore my reputation. I'm driven by the desire to prove that I'm not a victim, but a survivor. The financial strain caused by my unjust termination has been overwhelming, a constant source of stress and anxiety. Without a steady income, I've struggled to provide for my family, forced to make impossible choices between paying bills and putting food on the table. Losing my car and being evicted from our home have compounded our difficulties, leaving us in a precarious situation, like a house of cards waiting to collapse. My wife's pregnancy adds an additional layer of urgency to our situation, a constant reminder of the importance of stability and support during this critical time. The thought of bringing a new life into this world, amidst such uncertainty and hardship, is a daunting prospect, like navigating a treacherous sea without a compass. It's a reminder that the consequences of my termination extend far beyond my own well-being, affecting the lives of those I love most. As I reflect on my journey, I'm reminded that the true test of character lies not in how we respond to success, but in how we respond to adversity. It's a test that I've faced head-on, driven by a fierce determination to seek justice and restore my reputation. I've learned that resilience is not just about bouncing back, but about growing stronger, like a tree that bends but doesn't break. To the reader, never underestimate the power of resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Remember that every storm will pass and the sun will shine again. Always stand up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. Your voice matters, and your courage can inspire others to do the same. Remember that justice is not just a destination, but a journey that requires courage, perseverance, and collective action. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings us closer to a more just and equitable society. As I close this chapter of my story, I'm filled with a sense of hope and determination. I'm determined to rebuild my life, to find justice, and to create a better future for myself and my family. I'm determined to rise above the adversity that I've faced, to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. A call for support. Our baby is the only thing bringing us together and giving us strength and hope. Until today, I haven't had a chance to see my unborn child. My wife won't see an OBGYN because of the stress. If you feel moved by our story and wish to help, you can support us through Cash App, your Cash App handle. Together, let's create a better life. Let's rise above the ashes of adversity and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more determined than ever. Let's fight for justice, for equality, and for the dignity of every human being. Moving forward, as I look to the future, I'm filled with a sense of hope and determination. I'm determined to rebuild my life, to find justice, and to create a better future for myself and my family. I'm determined to rise above the adversity that I've faced, to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. I know that I'm not alone in this journey. There are countless others who have faced similar struggles, who have been marginalized, oppressed, and silenced. But I believe that together we can create a better world. A world where justice reigns, where equality is a reality, and where every human being is treated with dignity and respect. So, I urge you, dear reader, to join me on this journey. Let us rise above the ashes of adversity. Let us emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. Let us fight for justice, for equality, and for the dignity of every human being. Together, we can create a better world. A world where everyone has access to opportunities, resources, and support. A world where everyone can thrive, regardless of their background, identity, or circumstances. So, let us march forward, hand in hand, with hope and determination in our hearts. Let us create a better world, a world that is just, equitable, and compassionate. A world that is worthy of our highest aspirations. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope that my story has inspired you to take action, to seek justice, and to create a better world for all.